Hello guys, here with a new video for the channel. I hope you like it, and if you like it, don't forget to leave your powerful like Supreme God level, comment, and subscribe. Now without further ado, get comfortable. Let's begin. Goku would be training with all his friends. That's right, everyone was preparing for the great battle that was coming. After a few months, all the warriors would be able to give Son Goku a little fight. However, they couldn't defeat him. After years, the warriors would have reached a high level of power, becoming more powerful every day. You keep training. And you, Goku? What will you do? I'll end an Archangel. To be more specific, I'll end the life of the Supreme Archangel Kronos. But don't worry about me. I have enough power to exterminate him. Goku would leave the room of time, and he, having recovered his memories, would know the location of the floating castle. That's right, Goku would use teleportation when feeling the power of Kronos, and Goku would appear in front of Kronos. How the hell did you get here? So after millions of years, you're still alive, Kronos. You're the one I hate the most. Since it's your damn fault I lost my little brother, you better be ready to die. Goku would increase his power, and the entire floating castle began to shake at that moment. Goku shot him out with a strong blow that Kronos was not able to stop. At that moment, a great battle between a supreme level Archangel and a Golden Ozaru would have begun, where said battle would be very close, however, in a very distant place. Is that the Saiyan? How the hell did he raise his power so much in such a short time? Damn. We would have exterminated him when he still didn't have all his power. We trust, on the other hand, Raziel would feel the great pressure of that battle. I see. So Kakaroto could not contain the desire to exterminate Kronos. He has freed me from doing it myself, because if he did not do it, I would have taken care of him, making him suffer slowly. I had enough. Returning to the battlefield, they would be having a great battle. Everything shaking around them, the clash of their fists was unreal. If it hadn't been for the help of the other Archangels and that damn seal, they wouldn't have been able to defeat me. By passing the battle, Goku would be having the advantage. That's right, Goku was favored by having long battles since his ki reserves were so many that they seemed unlimited. And his opponents, not having said reserves, would get much more tired than they are of Goku. Kronos, he was no longer able to do anything to defend himself. When you finish with 5 of us, you'll know the true terror. When facing the last Archangel, you will regret all this. Goku would not give importance to the words of Kronos, and he would launch a powerful energy sphere at him. Goku, leaving no trace of Kronos, he would return to his planet. Entering the time room, everyone would be surprised. Have you killed an Archangel already? That's right. Now that I'm recovering my powers, they don't know how far I'm capable of going. Everyone was surprised, however. They would also continue training since they did not want to stay so far behind Son Goku. Meanwhile, Kira was in the floating castle. What the hell? How was that damn monkey able to defeat Kronos with such extreme ease? Akira would have the place heading to his territory, where all the Archangels began to prepare hard. They knew that only one side could stay alive. However, it was clear that Akira was one of the most scared Archangels, since he would have witnessed the power of the Golden Ozaru up close, and knew that it was not easy to defeat him. With the help of a room designed for beings of great power, he would begin to increase his powers. All the Archangels would be looking for methods to increase their powers. Meanwhile, on the planet of Nin, everyone would have already left said training and would be resting, but from one moment to another, Goku would remind Margarita that she would have helped him when he had nothing. Goku, with his incredible power, was able to create a portal to another dimension by doing that. Margarita can get out of where she was. Margarita, witnessing Goku, would be too happy and run to hug him. How could you get me out of the dimension that my father created? My power was now surpassed that of the great priest, that even the king of everything, Zeno-sama. What? How is it possible that you've surpassed the most powerful deities of the 12 universes? Goku would begin to tell him all his adversaries that he has lived up to that moment, while Margarita was locked up in said dimension. Goku would present Margarita with all his friends, and where everyone would accept her with open arms, knowing that this was Goku's teacher and since helped him when he could not defend himself. However, everything would not be happiness. Since Margarita had something very important to tell him, Margarita would ask to speak to Goku alone. Goku, noticing Margarita's expression, would accept, and they would leave to a much more private place. What's wrong, Margarita? I noticed you are a little anguished and worried. It is normal that you are scared. Even you will be when you know what I have to tell you. Goku, with much more intrigue and a little thoughtful. What's wrong? Tell me once and for all. When I got to that dimension, everything was chaos. I seemed to be in crimson purgatory. However, thanks to my great power, I was able to survive. It was very difficult even for me to survive in that place. After a few years... What? What years? What do you mean? You only spent a few months locked up. In that dimension, it wasn't months. It was years. I thought that the king of everything was the supreme authority of this universe, but no. We find ourselves in a multiverse, and likewise, there are deities that take care of this multiverse who are called the Supreme Archangels. Margarita, they're not protectors. They're destroyers. In my past life, they were the ones who stripped me of my power and killed me. They are the ones that put the universe in chaos. Are they the protectors for you? I know, that currently they're no longer protectors, now that they're destroyers, but for everything there is a logical explanation. Millions of years ago, we heard the story of creator gods, and that they had 2 children, but we did not know if it was true or a lie. However, everything turned out to be true, since one of those sons was Zeno-sama, but the other pure evil brother was identical to him. But his heart was full of pure evil, and he was on top of all ranges that are known so far. That's right, Goku, the Archangels were warriors sent by the Creator God, but they perished against Dark Zeno, and this one was the absolute control and ability, was able to turn them into his puppets, doing with them what he pleases, and in revenge on his father, he began to destroy the multiverse of his brother. Zeno-sama was being still very young. He didn't know the existence of the multiverses, until a warrior named Kakaroto was able to defeat 6 of them, but dying with them until you were reborn, son Goku. You are the Golden Ozoru. You are the savior of this entire multiverse. Goku would be very surprised by everything told by Margarita, since it seemed unreal. So all my life I was wrong? The real killer of my dear brother is that guy called Dark Zero. I understand how you must feel, but even if you can defeat the remaining Archangels, it'll be impossible for you to defeat Dark Zeno, since when I was in that dimension, all his overwhelming power was in that place, and it was only a small portion, and still, it was difficult for me to survive. He will exterminate you, or worse, he will use his control ability on you. If everything you have told me is true, I'll have to sacrifice the 5 Archangels that I need, and when he realizes that he'll have to show his face, I'll exterminate him with my own hands. I'll not forgive that damn worm! Meanwhile, in a very distant place, Akira was thinking. At that moment, another Archangel named Radio would arrive. You, Akira, who was in this place, tell me, how high is the power of that damned monkey? At that moment, Akira would begin to tell him everything that had happened. Even Kronos with his maximum power is not able to do anything. We're lost. Kronos was the 4th most powerful Archangel of us, but the only thing that made him special was his ability. But nevertheless, the Golden Ozoru did not give him time for him to execute it. I guess it is time that I myself take care of that Ozoru. I hope you will at this time. However, Akira did not receive any answer. Radio would think and say to himself, I will not do it right now. I'll exterminate him when the last 4 archangels have died to keep all his powers. I still need to master the power of Kronos and his special ability. Radio would leave that place to master the power of Kronos. Meanwhile, with Raziel, he would be meditating. He would have a bad feeling of everything that would be happening. Everything has gone well, but I don't feel confident. I don't like something about this situation. But very far from those multiverses, to be more exact in another megaverse, was Dark Zeno with a smile. So, the Golden Ozoru reincarnated and already killed one of my puppets. How interesting. This time he will know what it is to tremble with terror. Returning to the planet of the Nin Goddess, they would all be gathered together waiting for something to happen, where at that moment Margarita, proud of all the warriors. You have finished all your training. I congratulate you. You have reached a great level of power, and when you will have one last test with me, so that you're able to master all your ki to perfection, and the divine ki, since Saiyans, as they are, Karma, Kirobi, Kinoto, Kakaroto, and Son Goku have both ki, but they must stop half being mortals to become true Saiyan gods. That's right, everyone would start their last training that was only based on meditation and be able to end all their internal fears in order to leave their mortal part and achieve a new level of power. Meanwhile, Margarita was watching everyone realize that the one who had the most difficulty meditating was Kinoto, since this was the Dark Supreme Saiyan and it was difficult for him to stay calm. Damn! I can't meditate! What the hell is this training? We Saiyans do not need to meditate to increase our powers. What we really need is for someone to leave us wounded to death so that our Zenkai becomes much more powerful. Kinoto, blinded by anger, would charge 2 ki spheres and attack Margarita. Before he touched her, Goku would take Kinoto's arms, squeezing them with great force. Do you know who you just attacked? She's the woman who saved my life. So behave, Kinoto! Goku would have given him a strong blow, leaving him out of combat. Goku would continue with his meditation again, where, after some time, Kinoto would have woken up and continued with his meditation again. They already managed to get rid of their mortal part. That's right, these were already gods in every sense of the word. Meanwhile, in Akira's multiverse, he was thinking it would be right to attack the Saiyan right now. If I go with at least one more Archangel, we could defeat them, since their allies aren't that powerful after all. At that moment, a voice would resound throughout the universe. No, Akira. The first thing you should do is to get rid of Raziel, because if Raziel and the Golden Ozoru come together, they will be a great threat to everyone. At that moment, Akira went to the multiverse of the Archangel Luciel. What are you doing here, Akira? Between you and me, we will exterminate Raziel, so in the future, he will not be a threat to all of us. What will happen next? Find out in the next chapter. Well guys, this is all for today's chapter. I hope you liked it and it was to your liking. Now don't forget to leave your powerful like Supreme God level, comment and subscribe. Now without further ado, see you in a new video. Until next time.